March 9, 2026, reference Sueur fireball for a temporary new location area. At this time, we'll call the meeting order. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, Council, you'll speak up tonight. The acoustics are not that well in here, so if you speak up, it might help our listeners so they can hear what we're saying. At this time, I will entertain a motion to approve tonight's agenda. So, Councilmember Huntington, second Councilmember Nelson. Any other discussion, comments, concerns? If not, we'll take a vote. Councilmember Nelson? Yes. Huntington? Yes. Williams?
Yes.
Sullivan? Yes. Schrader? Yes. Yes. Councilmember Smith, I'm sorry I didn't mean to forget you up there. Councilmember Smith, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here. Yes, I am.
You're a yes for tonight's agenda?
I got the one that was posted on Friday.
Excellent, thank you. Very good. Moving on with that said, we'll go into the consent agenda. Items on the consent agenda considered routine and made available to the city council at least 2 days in advance of the meeting. These items will be enacted in one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless the council members so members or citizens so request which of them this item will be removed from the agenda. Consider the normal city council during reviewing these words.
First is approval of city council minutes for the February 23rd, 2026 regular meeting. Next is approval of disbursements through today, included in those disbursements, 4 items over $25,000. The first is an MPA for February 2026 purchase power totaling $523,227.78. Next to BCI Capital, Sueur lease payments for our AMI meters that we run remotely, which will be seeing totaling $137,603.28. Next, United Leasing Incorporated is our annual lease payment for the factor truck that we use for the maintenance of the sewer system in town, $69,212.96. And finally, integrated process solutions, IPS, paying that position number 2 for the state and controls project in the water wastewater department, $33,500.01. Item C is approved charter commission appointments. Item D, now the mayor appointed to the charter commission, Councilmember Sullivan. And item E is approval given application number 2, water wastewater state and controls project.
Thank you, Mr. Roby. So, any questions regarding the tonight's consent agenda? Any comments? Any otherwise, entertaining a motion to approve tonight's consent agenda. So, thank you, Councilmember Sullivan. Second by Councilmember Huntington. Anybody on the list here will take the vote. With that said, all those in favor, starting by Councilmember Huntington. Councilmember Nelson. Councilmember Schrader. Aye. Councilmember Smith.
Aye.
Councilmember Sullivan. Aye. Councilmember Williams. Aye. Mayor Kirby's aye. Moving on to the public comment. I don't believe we have anybody here tonight to provide comments, so we'll bring past that. We'll move to the city administrator's update.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We're going to sign up. We just put phone calls on this. So we don't be very interested. If you have any questions, we can reach out to folks at City Hall. We can get you set up. Fire Commission met 2 weeks ago now to discuss a number of things. Surrounding that commission consists of Councilmember Sullivan and representatives from each of the townships that are served by the Sueur Fire Department. They meet 3 times a year. And the February meeting is typically our longest meeting and most involved meeting because it involves the discussion of the 2026 fire service assessments, which is the presentation of the algorithm that explains how we're going with cities going to assess each of the townships individually for providing fire service. That was a good discussion, and I appreciate that on the table. So that was the last week of February. Your rotation. The meeting was last Thursday. And the two items on the regular agenda tonight are follow-up from that meeting. Planning Commission will meet this Thursday and start diving into a comprehensive plan. The 2025 financial audit began last week with auditors on site. It says the comprehensive annual audit is done each year by an outside firm. It's required by the state of Minnesota and is committed to the state of Minnesota Constitution. We're anticipating that the presentation of the financial audit will take place in May. So it's a reminder that's going to come in front of the council, present the results of the audit. Just a quick update on the reason that we're here at the fire hall tonight. The mold and water mitigation was completed actually earlier today. So we have submitted claims with our insurance company, and the insurance company has to come on site, investigate, evaluate all the mitigation efforts that are done, and then we'll provide an estimate to us once they're covered for reconstruction. So right now, we still don't have a timeline for that. We're hopeful that it's soon-ish, but I anticipate we'll probably be here based on what was been sent today. We'll be here through April for sure. I want to thank the police department for their patience. Council chambers looks a lot different than it did when we last down there for a meeting, but they're doing great. Last week, let's popcorn maker down in that space, so it's not good too. But I appreciate that. They've been great, and our public works facilities team has been awesome. They've done a lot of work themselves. I spoke with Superintendent Wagner, and the school board has offered to meet with us jointly on Monday, April 13th. That is our regular meeting night. So they invited us to join them at the high school. I don't know yet where exactly high school is going to be, but it's typically in the back of the media center. But that's an off week for them. But they would do their monthly meeting the same night. We'll start planning to meet at 6:30 here, and then during our meeting, head up to the high school and have a joint. It'll be a work session, formally session for council, but about anything and everything. Shared goals, interests, sure that can be a fair amount of discussion, conversation around our school, around the DDA, and things like that. It's a good opportunity to hear from them what their development numbers look like, what their strategic plan is, how the elementary school is going. So, to be a great opportunity for customers to questions on the school, how we operate, what we want to see. The agenda will be pretty straightforward. I anticipate probably a couple of topics, but if there's anything specific you want to hear about, you can let me know. Next meeting will be Monday, March 23rd, and that will be here at 5 o'clock. That's all.
Thank you, Mr. Rowe. Any questions for him regarding this update? If not, I think that'll take us on the regular agenda. We'll begin with 7A, that's the approval policy update, Mr. Rowe.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The City Council considered the airport building development policy last year, actually, the same meeting last year. They maintained the policy by which buildings, specifically hangars that are must abide. It covers standards such as setbacks for buildings, height restrictions, construction materials, colors of buildings, the apron, flooring requirements, the electric service, all those things. As we've been evaluating the airport over the last year. There's one update that staff recommended adding to that, and that is that each hangar must have a city-approved, city-installed identification number. This is necessary primarily for emergency services. So when 911 gets called, you say it's this hangar, it's this location. If you haven't been out there, it happens. There are nothing's number in the label. So we would like to require all hangars to be numbered, and then we would install signs at the intersections of the roads up there, indicating hangars 1 through 6 down this way, 7 through 11 down this way, and then share that information with police, fire, and ambulance. This was presented at the airport commission meeting last week and recommended for approval by the airport commission.
Okay. Anybody have any questions regarding consent? If not, I will motion to adopt the updated report of the redevelopment policy consent. So moved. Thank you, Councilmember Huntington. Second. Second by Councilmember Wilson. Councilmember Wilson. Any other discussion, comments, concerns? If not, we'll take a vote. Start with Councilmember Huntington. Aye. Councilmember Nelson. Aye. Councilmember Sueur. Aye. Councilmember Sueur.
Aye.
Councilmember Sullivan. Aye. Councilmember Williams. Aye. Mayor Kirby's an aye. Thank you. The ayes have it. Moving on to the item 7B, that would be the city-owned hangar lease agreement with Sueur.
Thank you. As mentioned, this is also related to the airport. Came out of the airport commission last week. So as we've talked about here, we've seen some chaos come across the city council. The construction of the city-owned hangar is almost complete. Hangar should be occupied, but there's certificate of occupancy. This is great. To maintain a healthy list of those who are interested in leasing space at the new hangar. But one thing we don't have is a lease agreement. We have lease agreements at the airport already for the ground leases. So those where folks here for the lease space on the ground because it's owned by the city. We build a hangar on it in the long-term ground lease. But they don't build it. So we drafted a lease agreement for use of the city-owned hangar. New hangar is a 50-foot by 50-foot building. Would be leased out to rent out 2 halves. So we can rent out the west half or the east half. 50 by 25-foot space. In terms of the agreement, a lot of it is, I would say, fairly boilerplate. Duration is generally up to 12 months. I say generally because they will be a certificate of occupancy from the building official this spring. We wanted to get as soon as possible. So we think soon we get that certificate of occupancy. We may just do at least bring in this year and then we do it January 1st. But we also know that some people may not stay 12 months. So generally up to 12 months, but not, yeah. The rate would be $400 per month, and that's per half. So both sides would sell $200 per month. And as part of the agreement, it's dedicated use must be for aviation purposes. So if you're looking for a storage unit, $400 a month is pretty good for 25 by 50 space. You will not be allowed to occupy space. Or hotels, we have no landed, there's no hotels, city owns it, expected. Places. So there are 2 motions being requested. One would be with the draft lease agreement as presented. And the second would be to approve the mayor and city administrator to execute the agreements without the need for additional city council approval. A couple years ago, we redid the ground leases for the airport. This is something that we requested. This one kind of a standpoint. So if we have someone who wants to sign a lease, we don't currently it's a contract. We would have the lease come for city council, and then city council approve it. If someone's interested, we'd like to be able to sign that lease directly on the spot. And so we request that council get that for the mayor and city administrator. Mr. Roby, anybody have any questions regarding this item? Okay, let's go.
I just have one question. This is draft, that item.
It is final. It's draft because of this. Final.
Thank you for that, Kurt. I'm looking for a motion to approve the draft lease agreement as presented. So, thank you, Councilmember Huntington.
Second.
Second, Councilmember Sullivan. Any other questions, comments, concerns? If not, we will take that up a vote. Roll call, Councilmember Huntington. Councilmember Nelson. Councilmember Sueur. Councilmember Sueur.
Aye.
Councilmember Sullivan. Councilmember Williams. Mayor Kirby, aye. Thank you, council members. The next, motion to approve the mayor and city administrator executing agreements without need for additional city council approval. We have a motion. So, Councilmember Sullivan. Second. Councilmember Nelson, thank you. Any other comments, concerns? If not, we'll take a roll call. Councilmember Huntington, Councilmember Nelson, Councilmember Sueur. Councilmember Smith.
Aye.
Councilmember Sullivan. Councilmember Williams. Mayor Kirby, aye. Thank you. Yeah, it's happening. We are going to reports and items of appreciation. Councilmembers, this is your opportunity to share with commissions, and as always, we'll start with Councilmember Huntington. We'll continue with tomorrow. Thank you, Councilmember Nelson. Councilmember Sueur.
Attended a Region 9 meeting on the 24th, managing future floods and droughts in Minnesota workshop on the 25th. The final in-person meeting for 169 Florida Coalition on the 26th. And the Climate Smart Municipalities meeting on the 27th. I've got a planning commission meeting on 3rd, Spain and 12th. The Region 9 meeting on the 18th. And the new chamber meeting on Wednesday.
Councilmember Smith, can you hear me? Councilmember Smith, can you hear me?
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't hear you that well. I have nothing.
Nothing. Okay, thank you. Councilmember Sullivan. Councilmember Williams. Thank you. And I know I want to share everything, Councilmember Smith, for joining us Sunday. I know it's always that easy to join the computer, but thank you. I really appreciate you being here. And last night, looking forward to getting back to the things that I'm like, something. With that, I'll entertain a motion to dismiss today's meeting. You're all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Well, that's a Councilmember Huntington, Councilmember Nelson, Councilmember Sueur, Councilmember Smith,
Aye.
Councilmember Sullivan, Councilmember Williams, Councilmember Mayor.